Threats, boss. Oh! It's boss! It's boss! It's revealed who boss is. I was wondering about that. Oh, hello, boss. So, boss is this dude. Oh. Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read the Wheel of Time. Today we will read chapter 38, which is called Hidden Faces. My daughter is with us here again, so you might hear her do stuff like now sometimes. But I hope that's okay for you, because this way I might be able to get out more chapters again. Every other day is the plan. Let's hope that we will do that. If you, yeah. If you're interested in my season 2 reactions, check them out. I was pretty critical of the show, though in the end I kind of liked it. If you're interested in the parts I really didn't like in the end, after careful review, check out my review. And yeah, with that, let's just start reading while my daughter makes herself comfortable on my lap. And also, I've got a new intro. Put it together. If you can spot the Wheel of Time, tell me in the comments, of course, and let's have some fun here. And here we go. Chapter 38, finally. Oh, and also I wanted to say it was so cool to discuss all of the show stuff with you. I had so much fun, and it really showed again that we are a pretty cool little Wheel of Time group. And I'm actually pretty satisfied that we're not that big, so we can all like interact and stuff. I really love that. Still sad the live stream didn't work, but anyway, here we go, chapter 38, and let's see who it is about.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
The Garden of Silver Breezes, that's where we are. Let's see where that is. And also so I don't know if that's a bit of a spoiler, because Mogideon was in the show and someone said somewhere that she's coming up in this book. So let's see where she comes up. I don't know, but I just wanted to make that transparent so that you're not like, oh, how does he know Mogideon is in this book, if I ever say that. We're in Tanjiko. We're finally in Tanjiko after such a long time. I don't even know when we started this journey, this book, but man, we're finally in Tanjiko. Not in Teleran Road, but normally. I wonder if Tanjiko's gonna be in season 3. That is interesting. Tanjiko needed everything desperately, and there was gold to be made until the gold and time ran out. What is in Tanjiko? What happens there? Where's Tanjiko even? I thought it was on the East Coast. No, I'm sorry, there's no East Coast. On the West Coast. I mean, there should be an East Coast, but it's not on the map. Yeah, it's on the West Coast. It's close to Formi. You know what? I actually like that, because the description of Tanjiko is a lot similar to what Formi was like in the show. So with the domes and stuff, I like that, man. Very cool. Yeah, so we are on one of the peninsulas, or peninsula. Peninsulas below the Great Circle. Yeah, can we see that on the map as well? Let me actually check. Yeah, so there are 3. I don't know, it's not peninsulas, but there are 3 isles in front of Tanjiko. I don't think they're talking about that, though. Entry marking is closed. That's cool. Oh, we've got a map. We've got a map of Tanjiko. Oh yeah, here, look at that. That's so cool. Oh, my. Yeah, it's so cool. So it looks a bit like the fingers. It looks a bit like Greece, but very small. So there's a king circle, a great circle, Panarch's palace. Who's the Panarch? And the Panarch circle. What is a Panarch? I think it's some kind of person that is in a high rank, but I don't know the background. I don't know if it's like religious or like political or. So we've got the Varana Peninsula, the River Andahar, Masita Peninsula, Alpine Peninsula. That's the southmost one, Tanjiko Bay. And then there's the Arid Ocean. I guess this reminds me a lot of King's Landing, because you've got the bay. Well, I don't know. So people are masked to avoid recognition. That was interesting. That is interesting. Oh, we've got a new character, Iganen. Let me see how she is pronounced, or he is pronounced. I think she. Her, yeah. Iganen. I will see if there's a pronunciation guide here. Yeah. Egianin. Egianin. So Egianin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I don't, shout at me in the comments. I will not hear it. But yeah. Egianin. Egianin. Let's pronounce it Egianin. That's gonna be hard for me anyway. And she is a ship captain. I really hope she's not someone of the sea folk we were introduced to and I just forgot her name. If that is the case, I'm sorry, I haven't read for a while. I should have probably reread some stuff, but I just wanted to get into it. I will probably reread some passages. No, she's described in detail with like brown hair and stuff, so I guess we have not met her. Interesting, and she doesn't like foreigners. She says they're like animals. Interesting. Oh, Florian Gelb is here. Florian Gelb. If I remember correctly, Florian Gelb is the A-bag from Beldomon's ship, and Master Gelb wants to do some business with him. Oh, and he gives her an Adam. I really like the way they did the Adam in the show. But still, the gag was weird. Like, why did they have it stupid? Oh, Gelb is collecting Adam for her. Okay, so Gelb is looking for women, and he found some, and he made mistakes. Who's he looking for? Elaine and Nynaeve? Oh, yeah, okay. So my current guess is that Igyanin is one of the 13 Dark Friends or Black Archer, and that yeah, so Gelb Gelb kidnapped some people for her that looked like Elaine, and people. I guess that's like what I get from this. Pretty funny, and that brought some problems. Oh God! And the woman they kidnapped, it was a noble woman, and they just like sold her off to be a woman of pleasures. Let's say it like that. For me, that's implied here. So, Egyanin Elida. I see. So there will be a new Panarch. Yeah, I thought so. Like it's a high position. I don't know what exactly it is, but okay. So Gelb doesn't know where she's from. Interesting. That will be all Gelb. Gelb is such an A-bag. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think I remember Gelb as a weasel on the boat in book 1. Oh, and I think the ship where Nynaeve and Elaine are on has now arrived. Yeah, Beldomon is there. That's so cool. You can probably hear my daughter snoring. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Yeah, so Beldomon is high up in Tanjiko here. That makes me hope that he will be in more of season 3. Actually, I love the actor. Yeah, he ran dozen of coasting vessels in and out, so he seems to be higher than the captain now. That's so cool. I really like that. He's a cool man. Yeah, so we are getting introduced to many new characters here. I guess they're setting up Tanjiko as something big. Yeah, she's really sleeping well. Oh God, I hope it's not too annoying. Whatever, can't change it. You want the content, you get the content, I guess. So I guess Lindren is from Tarabon. And now we've got a giant Jim Carradine, a white cloak. Inquisitor. Okay, so Tanjiko is a place where authority is not like there's not a real authority there, which is weird because we saw the King's Circle. Like, what is going on in Tanjiko? Might be a dark one there, a Forsaken. So the children are there as well, taking some power in Tanjiko. I like that. Yeah, people are not loyal to the king anymore. A bit parallel to what happens in Andor currently. Okay, so she seems to be a high person. Okay, so now I put her into her bed because I couldn't concentrate anymore. And so it's now not as snorty, I guess. Snoring, whatever. So yeah, she's really well protected, Igyanin. I wonder why. Who is she? Is she a Forsaken? Perhaps she is a Forsaken. Okay, and it reminds me of Tyr a bit as well. Many had surrendered, crouching against walls, huddled in doorways, clutching wives, husbands, children, not simply worn but erect and blank-faced. So we have again a city that's close to collapse. I mean, the king has no support anymore. People are poor. I guess there are power struggles in the background. People have to be armed on the streets. I guess it's gonna be interesting what happens here. Wow, that's really, really sad, but also scary. Tossing a coin meant 100 beggars crowding in, clamoring and weeping. Wow. Oh, but she does support a soup kitchen. So does she support the people of Tanchiko but not the foreigners? I wonder what her motives are. Oh, I think he's a Shanshan. She's a Shanshan because it says just as if she were one of the blood. She shuddered to think what discovery of that overstepping of her place would mean. Yeah, as well put on a brocaded robe and shave her head. Yeah. She's a Shanshan. Wow, interesting. All of this could be put all right once Tanchiko fell. Yeah, and that's also why she needs the Adam and stuff. Who is she? Is she Suroth? Or is she a new one? Why was the High Lady Suroth holding back? Why? Yeah, okay, so she's Suroth's whatever. And now we switch over to Jaichim Karidin. Jaichim Karidin, whatever it's pronounced. Okay, so and Jaichim Karidin's family apparently is being like taken and tortured and killed by Myrdral. Is he one of the people I might have like the is he someone that was blackmailed before in a chapter? Might be. I think it was in the Pedron Nial chapter, start of book 3. I think they might have mentioned this dude and him being blackmailed. Oh, okay, so he's there because King Andric, or Queen Andric? I'm sorry. Queen Galdrian still what? But it made sense for the storyline, and I mean, I guess Galdrian died in book 2, so it didn't matter. But yeah, King Andric, he's paying wild cloaks. Interesting. We do not often let ourselves become involved in the internal affairs of nations. Not openly. It's so good. Yeah, Pedro Niel will say to do what is needed. Yeah. Okay, so they want unity again in the city, some people. I mean, I guess that's good because, like, we see it in the world today that division is a very horrifying thing that can, like, F everything up. So I guess I understand why they want division, unity. Okay, so the Panag died, and okay, she has been killed. So we've got a Panag and the king in the city of Tanchiko. So there's an assembly, and Lady Amathera, who I assume is of the assembly, so it's something like a council. And they elect a king and a Panag. So kings and the Panag are elected. Weird stuff. That's interesting. So some like democratic undertones, I guess, like in a way. So I guess Lady Amathera was the Panag. Oh no. Lady Amathera wants to be the next Panag, I guess. Like it's hard for me to like because they are doing the political talk and I have to try to read between the lines and I might get things wrong here, but like I feel like Amathera wants to be Panag, which would be like if they say she's sleeping with the king, that's like oh god. But it would unite. So I guess I understand how they want to unite them. Okay, so the Dragonsorn are I guess Rand's people, and Pedro Nial wants to seek unity against Rand, if I understand this correctly. So they probably think he's a false dragon still. Because if they want to serve the light, I guess the dragon is also their best bet, but perhaps they disagree because of the breaking. So I guess Tanchiko is the capital of Tarabon. Yeah, I think it is. That's so funny. Okay, so the king is there in a mask as well. He's like, You you will have sureties signed and sealed by the king. I'm the king. That's what? That's funny. Oh, I like that. Okay, so the king also wants that. The king wants to reunite his city again, and I guess in like through that also his country again, because it's I don't know why they are having problems, perhaps of because of the dragon stuff that happened before, and the false dragon stuff. I think Tarabon wasn't Lugain from Tarabon, and no, I remember Tarabon and Aradoman. I think they fought in book 2, but I'm very very iffy on these things, so I don't know. Um, but yeah, I guess that's a good plan. Like, it's also very clever what they say here. So they have the children. The children will do the killings of the rebels and of the unresting parties, and the children will get the blame because they always do. So the king is out. Like they're like no one can blame him. It's actually pretty cool. Very very clever. This is weird. Once Amathera was invested with the crown and staff of the tree. Which tree? Evanesora. Like with tree, I always think of Evanesora immediately. So is the Evanesora? Is there an Evanesora sapling in Tanchico? That would be so cool. I need to see another one. Like the one in Ruidian was also cool. Oh god, they're gonna F up Ruidian in the show so much because it's a Ren storyline. Just realized that. Oh, that's also clever. So the White Cloaks know then, so they kind of control the king and the Panarch. At least if they want to. If I remember correctly, Pedroniel was very old though. Will he die and we get another commander of the White Cloaks, whatever it's called? Perhaps Walder will be that. I don't know. Because I don't know, Walder has to be more important in the future because in the show they show him so like every season. Like I mean we've only had 2, but and I wouldn't even know Valder's name. I wouldn't really like I would probably still remember him somewhat, but he's not nowhere as important as other White Cloaks have been. So it's so weird that he's the primary White Cloak next to Dane now in the book in the show. There has to be something with him in the future, I guess. Yeah, okay, so Aradoman is also very fucked. That's interesting. Yeah, yeah. I think it was the false dragon stuff. Yeah, and he's being pressured by the Dark Friends, I guess. Is he a Dark Friend though, or is you just blackmailed by them? Wow, it's also interesting, and he reacts completely differently to the beggars. I like that. So he is like the Shonshen Aegean or whatever she was called. She was like, okay, this might be dangerous, they're beggars, and he's like, I wouldn't even notice if I step on one. I see. So his mind is very occupied with his family, I guess. And he also is like, yeah, it wouldn't be any loss if the beggars die. Also a bit different to the other person. I like that. It's like it's cool that just them moving through the masses tells you more about their characters. Yeah, and again we see it. The children's tactics here are calling people dark friends, and he thinks about that here pretty clearly. We can always say someone's a dark friend. It's interesting that in the beginning of the series it didn't work that much. Like when they tried that in was it Whitebridge or was it Camelin in the inn? I think it was Camelin, but I might be wrong. Where the innkeeper was like, "You want to paint the dragon's tooth on my door? No one will care. I will rip you to shreds or something like that." And now it's different because they are afraid of dark friends now, all of them, because they know that their world's going to shit. Which also, like, I like these symptoms of Tamon Gaidon already, like, starting to rise up. And last book, I think it started with the fall of Carrion. And then, like, things started to bubble up. Then we had the Forsaken in the cities, like Bella, Summer, and all those. And yeah, it starts to really, like, the darkness is starting to bubble up everywhere and starting to corrupt the world and the lands and the countries. I like that. Like it's this slow build up to the darkness coming in. Yeah, but he thinks the Dragonsworn, so the Dragonsworn are the people that declared for rent. They would not fall by being accused of dark friends because, yeah, they're like anti-dark friends. Oh no. Oh, I'm wrong. Most people already consider them to be dark friends, swearing to follow a man who could channel. Yeah, good. I get that. Okay, 100 bands of Dragonsorn out there, at least two large enough to be called armies, fighting the king's army. And I guess it makes so much sense as well because it's near Formi. Because in Formi, everyone is, I guess, declared for Rand. Like in the show, they also did, even though why, but sorry. So mad about Rand in the show. There was so much good in the show, but Rand was so mishandled. But anyway, I digress. I guess it makes sense that like close to Formy people are like there are more Dragonsorn and close to Tyr. I mean, he's the king of Tyr now, or the leader of Tyr. Do they know that yet, though? Yeah, he doesn't know where he is. He still thinks he's around Elm of Plain and Eredoman. Oh, there's a woman now in clinging pale red gown. Is that Leandrin? Who are you? How did you get in here? Threats, boss. Oh, it's boss. It's boss. We finally. It's revealed who boss is. I was wondering about that. Oh, hello, boss. So boss is this dude. Oh man, a man called boss is Caradin. I might have known. I forgot. If I knew, I forgot. Man, yes. Hello, boss. Finally, we know what he's up to. I have to. I Yeah, now I understand. He was told by Ishamael to get Brenda and the others, and he failed, so that's why his family's being murked, I guess. Oh god, that's so cool. Threats, boss? You should be more welcoming to a guest, yes? Yeah, and he now knows she's a dark friend or something. Yeah, an Aes Sedai, the power. Tarvalon Witch. Do you remember a meeting where Baalzamon himself appeared and showed us the faces of Martin Corthan, Perrin Ibar, and Randolph Hoare? Yeah, is that Leandrin or is that another Forsaken? Or is that just an Aes Sedai? He had thought it would be a murderer that came for him. He had thought there was time yet, more time, not yet. I've tried to kill them. Randolph Hoare, I've tried. Cannot find him. I cannot, yeah. I was told my family would be killed if I failed only one by one. I was promised I would be last. I have cousins yet. What? Oh, he's a dark friend. I love dark friends. Like, it's so weird. In the show, they're also very cool, but in the books, they're different and still cool because they're like so evil here. Like, it's like, I've got more relatives, just kill them first. It's so cool. I have another sister. You must give me more. It's so dark. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it is Leandrin because she's got the honey-colored hair. I think it's Leandrin. Oh, I can't wait for Leandrin in the White Cloak in season 3. Oh, interesting. Yeah, now she wants to turn him into a dog. Very Sean Shanny vibes from her. Yaichim. That's a good name for a dog, I think. Would you like to be a dog, Yaichim? If you're a good dog, I may allow you to watch Randall Tordai one day, yes? Oh man, Leandrin. I just picture Show Leandrin now. I love Show Leandrin. Yeah, and he's like, oh good, she's not gonna kill me at least. And he's like crying from relief. Wow, I hope we get this in the book. It's gonna be so cool, and the actress will nail the scene. I hope they at least take this scene into the show because it's a Leandrin, it's a better scene that is actually there. Like, I hope they do that. The death of Randall Force for the future, and you will see it only if you are a good dog. You are going to move your White Cloaks to the Panarch's palace. Oh, she is stating it as you are going to do that and not I'm telling you to do it, so she knows, okay. Wow, Leandrin here is she's giving me Renna vibes and Shonjan vibes. A good dog doesn't question his mistress. I throw the stick, you fetch the stick. I say kill, you kill. Yes? Yes. There will be difficulty in taking the palace. The Parnax Legion is there, 1,000 men sleeping in the hallways, the exhibition rooms, the courtyards. You do not have so many of your White Cloaks. Okay, so the White Cloaks will basically take the Parnax palace. Oh, now I see. So he wants to take the assembly as well, and then make it look like Amaretha was the Parnax chosen. Weird stuff. Perhaps he even ended the previous one. You will keep control of the palace and you will send the Parnax's fine soldiers away. Again, I have the question I had in the show. Why does Leandrin command him here? How is she able to do that? Like, is it just because Black Archer in general are almost Forsaken level in like rank order? Perhaps that's the thing. Yeah, now she does her needle thing. Once Amathera is invested as Panak, she will control the Legion. If I try to hold the palace, then she will turn them on me, and Endrick will help her. Yeah, that is true. The Panak will be dealt with. Oh, so Leandrin is gone off Amaretha. So they are okay. So I think the Dark Friends want to take over Tanchico as well, and we know that there are all these artifacts there. I think Egwene saw them in Tel'aran'rhiod when she was there. So I wonder where that will go. Yeah, I am called Leandrin, but that name must never touch a dog's lips. Yeah, brilliant. See, I saw it was Leandrin from her honey hair. I think the Panax Palace is the place where all the treasures in Terangriel are kept, and that's why they want that. Let's see what Elaine and Nynaeve will do here, and how they will foil this. Oh, I can't wait. And also, they have their personal vendetta against Leandrin, so it fits that she's here as well, like story-wise. Oh, and now we've got a Leandrin perspective. What an awesome chapter. Suddenly, Tanchico politics. I hope they will not cut them from the show. Okay, and she just randomly kills this dude. Okay. Okay, Leandrin. Yeah, because she doesn't want him to speak of her. Interesting. We get new lore as well. So, the ability to kill with a power, to stop a heart or boil blood in their veins, should be is closely linked to healing. And oh, the boiling blood is what Rhyme and the show used. That's so awesome. Oh, and Leandrin can't heal well. Oh yeah, that also makes sense in the show with her son. Then I guess they adapted her perfectly. It's so weird. Like, why do they nail her so good? Like anyway. Okay, so now Leandrin skips the beggars. Like, she doesn't care. Like, that's also like very. I don't know if that's intended, but because we saw the Shonshine woman Egge or whatever, and Bors, I would just call her Bors now. Man called Bors. It's what I've learned. They like describe them, and she's like, "I'm going through the streets. I don't care." Like, it's skipped because she doesn't care. She doesn't care for the people. It's so cool. Love that. And she does not know they are going for Tanchico already. That's cool as well. And she thinks she should have had a palace. That's so cool. Okay, so there's a woman called Gildan, and Leandrin doesn't like that she's not respected by her, and now she's shouting at her. Great. Great, Leandrin, you're so good. And we get, oh my god, we have so many new characters. Eldrith Jondar. Marilyn Gamelfin. Oh, it's probably the other, oh yeah, it's the other Black Archer. It's the 13. Oh, and Marilyn likes collecting cats. And these cats are killed by Eldrith in secret for some reason. That's so dark. Why? It's so stupid. They had been brown. Sometimes it was difficult to remember they no longer were, or that she herself was no longer a rat. So cool. Okay, and we've got Janie Cade, who's like Elena in the show. Yeah, but she's from Arad Doman, so it makes sense. I don't know, is Elena from Arad Doman? Oh, so Asna Zaramina left her waters behind. That's also interesting. I wonder if they question the waters. And Rihanna Andomeran, she was white. Okay. And they will have guests in the palace. Why? There is an interesting thing. He believed I was there to kill him for failing to kill Randall Thor. Oh, she didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. So she got more information. What does that mean? Yeah, and Asna wants to screw him here. But you know what? The dialogue alone, the way she says it is not playful. It's just disgusting. I love it. Like, there is a coldness here. I can only postulate dissension among the Forsaken. Yeah, we got that a bit with Lanfear and Ishamael. What good are promises that we will rule the world when the Great Lord returns if we are crushed between warring Forsaken first? Balefire. Oh, they want to kill him with Balefire. Oh man, it's like such a cluster F. Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, one of the Terangrial they're taken can produce balefire, so they cannot just create it like Moraine. I think Moraine created it with a Terangrial, or just, yeah. Oh, and they were told to take the Terangrial, but by whom? By Ishamael, I assume. But he's gone, do they know that? Oh, and they can't control the balefire. See, there are people who can't control the balefire. We've done it in the show with Moraine. Oh, and they want to control Rand, so they are also like a faction next to the Forsaken that wants to take power. But the Forsaken, I guess, are a lot stronger, though they haven't shown that yet a lot. Oh, Gildan is here. Why is Gildan here? Is Gildan someone? Is Gildan Lanfair? Perhaps Gildan is Lanfair. Okay, and now Leandrin is cursing at her again. And now they hand the cat to her. Gildan is weird. Okay, they try to get information from the King's Library. That's cool. Yeah, and they try to... Oh, so that's what they want. They want to learn how to control Rand. That's cool. I mean, apparently you can just shield him with 40 Damane. You probably can, so... Wait, why did they try to shield Rhaima in the battle? Whatever. So they seek a Terangrial that controls someone with the power. We'll find it in the exhibition room, perhaps among the Parnak's collection. Yes, that's the collection that Egwene was at. Let the world know her, Leandrin thought. Let people bend knee as had been promised when she first foresaw old oaths for new. So in the books here, she wants to rule the world. I guess she wants to do that now on the show, perhaps. I don't know. So now we are with Agianen again. So there's a man there. Who are you? Yes, who is he? Oh, he's a Shonshin, apparently. A small ivory plaque bordered in gold, engraved with a raven and a tower. The raven's eyes were black sapphires, a raven, symbol of the imperial family. Tower of Ravens, symbol of imperial justice. I think that's the first we heard of this tower. Perhaps Matt has heard it in his weird Snake Man adventures, but I might have forgotten. Yeah, what other proof can you offer? Interesting. Oh, and he's got raven tattoos, okay. So he's a seeker for truth. Interesting. I think I've heard that before, but perhaps we get more explanation here. Yeah, why are you here, Seeker? We have to keep in mind that the Shonshin technically are against the Dark One, so... I mean, they're assholes, but... Oh, he's one of the, like, children of the light, but of the Shonshin, I guess. Flight from a Seeker was a crime, yeah. Refusal to cooperate with a Seeker was a crime. Yeah, they are like the let's say, two big S's, so to speak, a bit. Okay, he serves High Lady Suroth. Really? He came in with Bail Dormon? Oh, come on, Bail. Don't disappoint us here. There has been some embarrassment over the return of Suldam deserters. Much better that they simply vanish. Are they talking about Renner? Oh, some of the Suldam and Falmi deserted. That's gonna be interesting. I hope they find one. So we get more about their culture and views and some conflict. So she's making him tea and she's angry because he's a seeker and so the property of the Empress of Suroth, I guess. So, yeah. And now he's just leaving. Okay, he just took some information from her. So Death Watch gods flaunted the Raven Seekers rallied. Yeah, so he was pissed that he wanted him to show the tattoos, and that's why she had to do everything again with her information stuff. She's got something in her basement. What, though? Oh, it's one of the Soldam. Who's it? Is it Renna? No, she's called Bethamen. Please, Again, this is all a mistake. You have known me for 10 years. Take this thing off me. Yeah. See what you get. If you bring it to me, I will. That's so mean. Bring the Adam over here and I will remove it. So they execute men who can channel. Okay, at least we know that now. It's so funny. So she cannot channel because she says, to her, the Adam was only finely jointed silver. She could not use it, and it could not harm her unless somebody hit her with it. It's so funny, like what? Women who could channel were dangerous animals rather than people. It had been they who broke the world. Why? Does she mean with they like channelers in general? Because it was not the women, it was Luz Theron, so what? They must be controlled or they would turn everyone into their property. Yeah. Wow. That was what she had been taught. Strange that seemed not to have happened here. No, that was a dangerous, foolish line of thought. Brilliant. Brilliant writing. Yes, she sees a world where they don't have the mana, and it didn't come to what they feared. That's good. It's good. It's good stuff. Wow. Awesome writing. Thank you. Thank you, Robert Jordan. And she likes tidiness, I guess, yeah. Despite her denials, despite her pleas, Bethamin could channel. Could others hold dumb? Was that why High Lady Suroth wanted those left behind at Formid killed? It was unthinkable. Yeah, it was so good. It was impossible, yeah. Wow, people who are found to channel like girls, they are struck from family records and everything. They're unpersoned, basically. Wow. Yeah, and she doesn't understand it. I don't fully understand it either. Is it just that they have an affinity to channel? Like a very weak one? And like they can't produce something, but they have an affinity, and that's what the Adam detects? This involved the Blood and Seekers, maybe even the Crystal Throne. Would the High Lady Thuruth dare keep knowledge like this from the Empress? She had to know more if she hoped to avoid the death of 10,000 tears. Being drowned? I don't know. Oh, so she's experimenting with the Adam on the Soldam. Wow. You know what? I kind of really find her an interesting character. I hope we get more of her. Wow, what an awesome character. This is a character I want to know more about because she has a brain. Yeah. She was not going to let the Seekers kill her, not just to have the High Lady Suroth keep a secret, perhaps not for any reason. Selfishness. Again, perhaps she's a potential dark friend. But she's not, I think. But it was a thought shiveringly close to treason, but it would not go away. This is cool. Like, this is a Shonjin character I need. So good. Brilliant stuff. So that was the chapter. We are through the first one after my hiatus. Hope you enjoyed it. I loved this one. I did not think it would be such an awesome chapter. You must have been all like, oh god, the next one is so good, and he stopped. I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Consider liking, subscribing, as always. And yes, see you soon within the next one. Bye.